Did you know that for thousands of years people have used hand gestures known as hand mudras, hastas? There are more than 50 yoga mudras and many more mudras used in Buddhism, Hinduism and other spiritualities. I've created a complete mudras list below with pictures to help you to get started. But first you will probably want to know about the power of these hastas, hand mudras. Hand mudras, hastas are very powerful. Yoga mudras offer natural ways in which you can heal your body and mind. And you can combine them with powerful mantras. List. In this guide to the yoga mudras I will share with you everything you'll ever need to know about hastas. Contents. Why this yoga mudra guide matters. Hindu and yoga mudras have been popular in the East for more than 4,000 years. But they are still relatively unknown in the West. I'm about to change that. In this guide, I'm going to bring yoga mudras to the West like never before. I will reveal absolutely everything you need to know about these spiritual hand gestures and body positions. My aim with this guide is to present the ultimate guide and list of hand mudras, hastas, including Hindu, yoga, and Buddhist mudras. There are many articles online that introduce the mudras, but I have not found a single guide that really explains what mudras are or how they work, let alone one that examines the nuances of yoga, Hindu, and Buddhist mudras. I want to fill that gap. With this article I'm bringing together my knowledge of yoga mudras. I have spoken to great masters, and I have read countless articles and books on mudras. I'm bringing that knowledge together to create this guide. My purpose with the daily meditation is to spread meditation and spirituality to 1 million people. If that is a mission you believe in, join me. Share this article on Facebook and Twitter, leave a comment, join me on social media and via our newsletter, and let's bring spirituality to the masses. And now for my ultimate guide to mudras. What are mudras in yoga, Hinduism and Buddhism? Let's start from the beginning. What are mudras? What do we mean when we, for instance, talking about the hand mudra? The yoga hand mudras, hastas, are used mostly in hatha yoga, one of the 28 types of yoga. They are symbolic gestures that involve various parts of the body. For instance, there are mudras that involve the eyes, the body, the breathing organs, and of course there are mudras that use the hands and the fingers. Different mudras symbolize different states of mind. For instance, the Abhaya mudra, which we will look at later, symbolizes fearlessness. The Gyan mudra, meanwhile, brings peace and serenity. For all mental states, there is a corresponding mudra. Some mudras, like meditation mudras, symbolize states of mind. But not only do meditation mudras symbolize states of mind, they also help you to access those states of mind. So if you, for instance, use the Abhaya mudra for an extended period of time, you'll become fearless. This is precisely what happened to me 5 years ago. I went through a period of terrible stress when I was forced to leave my home in Canada to return to England. For personal reasons, my mind was literally of fear about my health and my future. I needed to change that. I took myself outside our home in Oxfordshire, England, and meditated for 6 hours in the rain while using the Abhaya mudra. Let me tell you, a 6-hour meditation session using the Abhaya mudra will make a huge difference to your mind. 6 hours later, I felt focused and mentally strong. Thanks to this and other meditation sessions, I overcame stress, I regained my health, and I have been healthy ever since. That's one of many times that mudras have worked for me personally. But let's look at how mudras work scientifically. How do yoga hand mudras work? Mudras are a way to use body positions and mostly hand positions for healing. Yoga mudras activate certain parts of the brain and body in a way similar to reflexology. Kundalini Yoga mudra expert Lothar Rudiger Lutger says, Kundalini Yoga acknowledges that all parts of the hands and fingers form reflex zones for associated parts of the body and brain. So, in this way, the hands are a mirror to the body and mind. We can learn a lot about the use of yoga mudras by considering hand reflexology charts. When we use hand mudras, or hastas, we activate the hands and fingers and we influence the correlated parts of the body, as shown in the chart above. Some yoga mudras, however, use not just the hands but other parts of the body too. The Maha Mudra, for instance, is a body mudra performed by stretching the spine out and grabbing hold of one foot. Yoga mudras that use the body take advantage of the psychology of non-verbal communication, body language. Thanks to science, we know that the way you hold your body has a direct effect on your state of mind. For instance, when you are trying to look inside yourself to tap into intuition, you'll naturally move your eyes close together, going semi-cross eyes and gazing upwards between the eyebrows. You will do this naturally and unconsciously. But this exact same position, with your eyes slightly crossed and gazing upwards between the eyebrows, happens to be the exact same position used in Shambhavi, the eyebrows gazing gesture, which, not by coincidence, is used for insight and intuition. You can feel for yourself the effect mudras have on you. If you hold any of the hand mudras, there are 60 mudras listed below, for a few minutes, you'll feel a difference in your mental state. So while there is little science so far to back up mudras, you can feel the effect they have for yourself. Here's a massive point. Mudras do not come from religion. This is an erroneous way of thinking. The actual word mudra comes from Hinduism, but mudras do not. Where did mudras originate? Mudras come from nature. We naturally make all the mudras without thinking about it. Take a look at the mudras lower down on this page and you will notice that you naturally and unconsciously make most of the gestures used in yoga mudras. So what does that tell us about the yoga mudras? It tells us that mudras are natural body language gestures. Therefore, when we practice yoga mudras or meditation mudras, we are intentionally putting our body in gestures that we have unconsciously been making all our lives. Normally, our mental state changes the way we hold the body. If we are being kind and generous, we will hold our hands out with the palms upwards as though offering something. This is a body language gesture we do unconsciously when we are feeling kind and generous. Now flip the picture. What if we consciously hold our hands out with the palms up? Then we will produce the mental state of kindness and generosity. Mind creates mudra. Mudra creates mind. The history of yoga mudras and meditation mudras. If we knew where yoga mudras originated from, it would be easier to understand the science behind them. Unfortunately, no one knows precisely where mudras originate from. They are found in Asia, but they're also used throughout the world. And although the term mudra is Hindu in origin, the actual hand positions used in mudras are ubiquitous. Humans have used these gestures for millions of years, long before religions even existed. It is, however, quite inevitable that the mudras of yoga should be used globally and by all societies, because mudras stem directly from body language. Mudras are modeled poses of moves that we naturally make. All people and many animals use their hands, paws as a way to express emotion. People from all cultures, as well as animals like chimpanzees, use their hands or paws as a primary means of communicating emotions. And we all share certain gestures, such as the gesture in which we place our palms together, fingers reaching to the sky. Christians call it the prayer gesture. Hindus and Buddhists call it the Anjali mudra. And even chimps use the exact same gesture. Just goes to show, we are more alike than we are different. Hindu mudras and yoga mudras have always existed in India. But they've existed in Europe too. Many of the hand gestures used in Christianity actually stem from Nordic rituals, such as raising the hands to invoke the gods. And then there's today. Just think about how you use your hands. The next time you talk to someone, be mindful of how you are expressing your emotions via your hands. You will notice that you naturally make lots of mudras and gestures and that they naturally relate to your emotions and mental states. Mudras and hastas, arm poses, are very important in Hinduism and represent the many Hindu gods. Each god has specific attributes, so by using the mudra of a specific god, Hindus will invite that same trait into themselves. And these same mudras are seen in Indian classical dance as well as in dance meditations. You'll see many of the mudras in Buddhist and Hindu art too. Using Hindu, Buddhist, and yoga mudras to regulate elements in your body. Many cultures believe that the universe is comprised of different elements, for instance in China, Japan and India. Most cultures, for instance, share the common universal elements earth, air, fire, and water, and some cultures, like Buddhism and Hinduism, also recognize space or ether. The better you regulate those fundamental elements in your body, the healthier you'll be. Earth, or bhumi, refers to matters that are solid, which include your own body. Air, earth is called pavan in Sanskrit and related to breath. Fire, Agni, provides warmth and can refer to bodily heat and to the warmth provided by the breath. Water, Jala, is one of the most important elements for health, well-being and survival. All of the liquids in the body come under this element. Space, ether, Akash, is the element that brings the others together. When these elements are balanced and harmonized in the body, you will be healthy. And when these elements are out of balance, you may suffer from illness and disease, whether mental or physical. Hand mudras relate to these elements in specific ways. Mudras that relate to the earth element will include the ring finger mudras that relate to air will include the index finger mudras that relate to fire will include the thumb mudras that relate to water will include the little finger mudras for ether will use the middle finger. Source, Gaia.com. How do you practice yoga mudras and meditation mudras? It is very easy to practice a yoga mudra, provided you know what the mudra is. Hint: the mudra list below will help. All you have to do is place your hands and finger into the right formation. For instance, to make the Karana mudra, you simply extend your fifth and second fingers and curl your remaining fingers inwards so that your thumb touches your third finger. Here are the most important tips to bear in mind when practicing yoga hand mudras, hastas. Point 1. When you practice a yoga mudra list below, you should have only minimal pressure in your fingers and your hands should feel relaxed and with no tension. At times this might be a challenge. Some mudras are quite complex. For instance, the Shakti mudra requires that you make a fist while extending your fourth finger upwards and your fifth finger outwards. The Shakti mudra is fine for young yogis, no doubt, but a challenge for older people and especially for people with arthritis. But thankfully, not all mudras are as complicated as the Shakti mudra. Point 2. You may notice that you struggle to make certain mudras. Perhaps you can do a mudra with one hand but not with the other, or you need to use one hand to support the other before you can do the mudra. In that instance, simply do what you need to do to perform the mudra comfortably. If you can only make a mudra with one hand while using the other for support, that is fine. Point 3. The more you practice the mudras, the more comfortable you will be with them and the less pain you will have in corresponding parts of your body. Point 4. But bear in mind, mudras do not need to be performed perfectly to have effect. Do your best, and trust that the more you practice the easier it will become. Point 5. You can do a mudra in any of the meditation positions. Lying down, sitting up, standing, all are fine. The only exception to this is when the mudra involves specific body positions. Point 6. As with meditation, when you practice a mudra you should have good posture. Make sure your spine is in good alignment and that your entire body is relaxed with no tension, except for some specific yoga mudras, like the Maha Mudra above, that intentionally use tension in the body. Point 7. Relaxation is important to the flow of energy around the body, whether that's Kundalini energy, prana, chi, or any other kind of energy. The more relaxed you are, the better your energy will flow. Point 8. You might also like to use pranayama, rhythmic breathing used in yoga, to get more into the mudra. What do you think about when you use a hand mudra? Or should you meditate? When you use a hand mudra hasta, you can meditate in one of the many different types of meditation. Or you might choose to think about something. Unlike in meditation, when you practice a yoga mudra, you can think about something else if you wish. However, in my experience, for the best effect you should meditate. The choice is entirely yours. Thinking about something will not prevent the mudra from working. If you are meditating, the best type of meditation to use are basic breathing meditations. Be mindful of pranayama, of the rhythmic flow of your breath through your body. And for the best effect with many mudras, you will want to adopt a certain position while visualizing a certain thing while using the mudra. The complete combination of these elements can lead to profound changes in your mind and body. Where and when should you practice mudras? It is entirely up to you when and where you practice mudras. Just make sure you are relaxed and focused. Some yogis even practice mudras while stuck in traffic, though there are of course inherent dangers to that. Some of the best times to use mudras are in the morning, during lunch break, after work, and before bed. As I mentioned, it is entirely up to you when you practice the mudras. Try to be relaxed and focused. If you truly want a profound transformational experience, go to a relaxing and beautiful nature spot and try practicing mudras there. You'll love it. You can just do mudras at home if you like. Then, once you have grown accustomed to the different mudras, you'll be able to use them more easily and more quickly wherever you happen to be. For instance, if you're stuck with a bad customer on the phone at work, you can use the Gyan Mudra, palms up with index finger touching thumb. The Gyan Mudra is a very relaxing mudra. So in stressful moments you can use the mudra for a quick spot of relaxation. Which yoga mudra or meditation mudra should you use, and in what order? When you practice the yoga hand mudras, you should not hop from one mudra to the next. This is a mistake lots of beginners make. And it is understandable. When you're doing something new, it's fun to try out different things. But this will not work for mudras. It takes a period of time for a yoga mudra to be effective. If you are a beginner, you will need to use a mudra for at least 10 minutes before it has an effect on your mind. If you switch from one mudra to the next, you won't experience any heightened mental. You'll just get a vague impression of one state, and then another, and so on. It is much better to stay with one mudra and to truly get into that mudra so you can experience it. Why? Choose one mudra and stick to it for at least 10 minutes before moving on. You might also like to leave a gap between different mudras. When you use a mudra, you will change your mental state and you will change your world. Every change of mind brings with it a change of world. So, when you use a mudra, you change your mind and change your world. But it will take a short while to truly experience those changes. So, when you are starting out, leave a few hours between different mudras. How long should you hold a hand mudra for? There is a lot of discussion about how long you should hold a mudra for. The great masters do not agree on a set amount of time. Kashav Dev, an Indian mudra researcher, says that you should hold one mudra for 45 minutes a day. However, if you are new to mudras, you will struggle with this and you may end up with pain in your fingers. That's why it is best to use one mudra 3 times a day for 15 minutes at a time, with a break of at least a few hours between each session. kinesiologist Kim Da Silva, a recognized mudra expert, recommends that you choose how long you will hold the mudra before you begin. This helps to stop distractions. If you don't set a time, you'll be checking the clock, and that is not conducive to heightened mental states. If you are using mudras to cure a specific problem, or if you have a health condition, you should ask a healthcare professional for advice on which mudras you can use and how long you can use them for. If you have arthritis in your fingers, for instance, holding a mudra for too long will lead to pain and perhaps even injury. Some mudras are used for health conditions. For instance, the linga mudra can be used for lung complications. Mudras like this should only be used for as long as necessary. When you notice the health benefits you are looking for, you should stop. When you finish a mudra, you might like to be still and silent for 10 minutes and meditate on your breath. This is a great way to finish your mudra session. Enhancing yoga mudras through breathing, affirmations, and visualization. Holding the actual hand position of a mudra is the basic foundation of the experience. If you would like to enhance the experience, you use visualizations, affirmations, and breathing techniques. The first and most important of these enhancements is the breath and pranayama. Here is what you need to know. 1. You should make sure that you have good posture anytime you use a mudra. Your spine should be in good alignment and your arms should be relaxed about 1 inch to the side of your body. You will know when you have the right position because you will feel more solid and more stable with less tension in your body. 2. Before you begin a mudra session, you should make sure that you are breathing deeply, diaphragmatically. The easiest way to do this is by using breathing meditations for a few minutes. Do 9-round breathing before you use a mudra. It will produce a much better result. 3. If you are using a mudra for relaxation, you should breathe deeply and in a slow and relaxed fashion. 4. If you are using a mudra to produce energy or to refresh yourself, breathe out more vigorously. 5. Overall, breathing should be flowing, energized, deep, and slow. 6. When you inhale, you can apply a little more pressure in the hands and fingers. 7. When you exhale, relax the hands and fingers while still maintaining the mudra. 8. As well as using these breathing tips, you can add visualizations and affirmations to your mudras. Though, the exact visualization and affirmation will depend on the mudra you are using. Enhancing mudras. Though music, colors, and breath, there are many more ways that you can enhance your mudra practice. Essentially, any way in which you can influence your mood can also be used to enhance your meditation practice. For instance, consider music. If you visit a meditation retreat, a rehabilitation center, a luxury spa, or anywhere else that is designed to get you feeling a certain way, you'll hear relaxing and uplifting music. You already know the beneficial effects music can have. And you can use music to enhance your mudra practice too. Music that creates the right mental state can be used during your mudra practice. For instance, if you are practicing the Apan mudra to relax, you might like to put on some relaxing classical music. Or if you are using the Kasepana mudra, which produces happiness and positivity, you might like to put some uplifting music on. Just as you can match music to mood, you can do the same thing with colors. Color psychology can be used to help create the right mood in the room you practicing your mudras in. There are many more ways in which you can enhance your practice. Try a variety of ways to produce the right mood for you. The Big Hand-Mudras list of yoga mudras for physical health problems. There are many mudras that can help with physical health problems. The majority of these mudras come from Chinese medicine and are based on 5-element theory. It can seem quite bizarre that putting your hands into a specific position can help with a health problem in, for instance, your lungs. But once you actually try the mudras, you can feel the difference for yourself. It is worth noting that the mudras should not be used by themselves to cure health problems. If you are suffering from a health problem, you shouldn't look at mudras as the be-all and all answer to your problems. Instead, they offer additional support. The best health system is a holistic one like Ayurveda that includes mudras alongside diet and exercise. When you use a mudra for a specific health problem, you will usually use one specific mudra every day for a number of weeks or even months. It takes many months or years for most diseases to form, so it takes quite a long time for a mudra to heal the problem. Meditation and yoga mudras for health problems. Ashwini horse mudra helps with UAL health. Gyan mudra. Gyan mudra is performed by touching the tip of the index finger to the tip of the thumb and having the remaining 3 fingers held straight out. The Gyan mudra enhances your knowledge and the way you use that knowledge. The thumb's tip relates to the energy of the endocrine and pituitary glands. By using this mudra for 10 minutes, you will activate these glands. This improves memory and helps to enhance the brain. It heightens attention and can cure insomnia. It is also helpful for anxiety and depression. Prithvi mudra. Prithvi mudra is performed by touching the tip of the ring finger to the tip of thumb, with the other fingers pointing straight out. The Prithvi mudra helps to cure musculoskeletal problems and also helps with gaining weight and also reducing skin problems. Varuna mudra. Water mudra. The Varuna mudra is performed by touching the tip of the little finger to the tip of the thumb, with the remaining 3 fingers being held out straight. The Varuna mudra, water mudra, balances water and helps to prevent dehydration. This is helpful for balancing the bloodstream and also helps with muscle shrinkage and gastroenteritis. Varuna mudra, water mudra. The Varuna mudra is performed by touching the tip of the little finger to the tip of the thumb, with the remaining 3 fingers being held out straight. The Varuna mudra, water mudra, balances water and helps to prevent dehydration. This is helpful for balancing the bloodstream. Vayu air mudra. Vayu mudra. Air mudra is performed by placing the index finger underneath the thumb so the tip of the index finger touches the base of the thumb. Hold the other fingers out straight. The Vayu mudra, air mudra, balances the air element and helps with relieving arthritis, gout, rheumatism, Parkinson's disease and paralysis. Sirabhi mudra helps energy to flow through the body. Shunya mudra, emptiness mudra. Shunya mudra, emptiness mudra, is performed by placing the 3rd finger underneath the thumb, the tip of the 3rd finger touching the base of the thumb. The other fingers are held straight. The Shunya mudra, emptiness mudra, helps to sharpen your mind and can also clear your infections. It is best practiced for 40 to 60 minutes at a time. Surya mudra, sun mudra. Surya mudra, sun mudra, is performed by placing the 4th finger underneath the thumb so the tip of the 4th finger touches the base of the thumb. The other fingers are held out straight. The Surya mudra, sun mudra, is best performed for 10 to 15 minutes. It helps with weight loss and also reduces anxiety. Prana mudra, life mudra. Prana mudra, life mudra, is performed by pressing the tips of the ring finger and little finger to the tip of the thumb. The remaining fingers are held out straight. The Prana mudra, life mudra, improves strength and mobility, helps lower cholesterol and blood pressure and helps with getting you active. It also boosts the immune system and helps sight. Apana mudra, digestion mudra. Apana mudra is performed by pressing the tips of the ring finger and middle finger to the tip of the thumb. The other fingers are held out straight. The Apana mudra is the best mudra for helping digestion. Practice it for 45 minutes a day and it will help regulate blood sugar, relieve constipation, gastroenteritis and IBS. Apana Vayu mudra, heart mudra. Apana Vayu mudra, heart in mudra, is performed by pressing the tips of the ring and 4th finger to the tip of the thumb and curling the index finger over to press the base of the thumb while the little finger is stretched out. Practice this mudra for 10 minutes at a time and it will help with the well-being of your heart. It regulates palpitations and helps digestion. Linga Mudra. Heat Mudra. To perform the Linga Mudra, interlock the finger of both hands. Now hold the thumb of the left hand straight up and wrap the index finger and thumb of the right hand around it. Practicing the Linga Mudra for 10 minutes will produce heat in the body and will assist the lungs and relieve phlegm. It can help to cure colds and fevers and is a great help with bronchial infections. Mudras for psychological problems and emotional problems, as well as helping to heal physical health problems. Mudras can heal emotional and psychological problems too. Mudras are actually a wonderful form of brain training because when you use specific hand and finger formations you activate different regions of your brain. Mudras can also be used to influence brainwaves, for instance to enter the positive and productive alpha brainwaves. You can use mudras to create positive emotions too. Take a moment now to gently rub the tips of your thumb and index finger together. Notice how it creates a very positive feeling. And that is just one very simple gesture. Mudras can also balance your right and left brain. Balancing the brain's hemispheres is one of the proven benefits of meditation. And it is a benefit of mudras too. When you balance the brain's hemisphere in this way, you enhance cognitive function and improve your memory. As I mentioned, there has been preciously little scientific research into the mudras. However, science is just observation. You can conduct the science, the observation for yourself. Make a fist. You will feel power and anger. Now relax your hands, place them palms up in your lap, and curl your index and thumb so the tips touch. This is the Chin Mudra. Notice how it makes you feel relaxed. Of course, this is very rudimentary science. However, nothing can beat personal observation. Notice how mudras make you feel. And stick to the mudras that work for you. All mudras and their assess. If you're interested in learning more mudras, you can see them all here. List of hand mudras for health. Vajrali, thunderbolt, energizes the UAL organs. To see, stops sadness and depression and improves insight and intuition. This is one of the best mudras for your mind. Ganesha, strengthens heart, opens bronchial tubes, open fourth chakra, promotes courage, confidence and openness towards other people. Usha, helps you wake up in the morning and provides energy. Pushan, helps with digestion, increases oxygen and decreases carbon dioxide, detoxifies, bronchial, strengthens breathing and helps with respiratory problems. Asthma, helps with asthma and other breathing difficulties. Pran, activates root chakra, improves vitality and self-confidence. Linga, increases body heat and helps with breathing problems. Apan, supports removal of waste products from body, balances mind, improves liver. Shank, used in Hindu rituals, also helps eliminate throat problems. Sirabhi, helps with rheumatism and osteoarthritis. Vayu, prevents wind. Shunyu, helps with ear and hearing problems. Prithvi, strengthens root chakra. Increases sense of smell. Good for hair, fingers, nails and bones. Varuna, clears congestion to helps with sinus and throat problems. Vitaka, promotes the energy of teaching. Buddhi, balances fluids. Helps with dry eyes and mouth. Strengths kidney and bladder. Apan Vayu, helps with heart attack and other chronic heart problems. Promotes calmness. Back, helps with back problems, especially after exercising. Kubera, helps you to find specific things and to progress towards your goals. Kundalini, increases UAL energy and strengthens UAL organs. Kasepana, helps skin, lungs and large intestine to eliminate toxins and other wastes. Also removes expended energy. Rudra, strengthens the earth element and corresponding organs, including the heart. Garuda, strengthens blood flow and circulation to provide a boost to your vital organs. Balances mood. Suchi, relieves constipation. helps eliminate unwellness, spirit, impatience, violent temper, and clinging. Mushti helps you find the cause of aggression and to let anger out in a healthy way. Matangi improves breathing and boosts energy in the solar plexus. Stimulates wood element, which represents new beginnings. Helps with organs. Hastas removes tension in the head and face to reduce headache, sinus, neck and back pain. Hakuni balances right and left brain and enhances communication between the two, which improves memory and cognitive function. Kechari creates energy and helps to remove hate, anger and desire. The Vajra increases energy and circulation. Brahmara strengthens our immune system and helps with allergies. Utrabody strengthens metal element, which helps with lungs and large intestine. Refreshes mind and body. Detoxification helps remove waste and toxins and also removes negative thoughts, bad habits and similar negatives. Shakti helps with diaphragmatic breathing and promotes inner calm. Mahasacral helps relieve abdominal complaints and menstruation pains. Makara activates kidney energy and fights depression to create positive energy. Makula is used to balance the body's electrical field to cure pain and health problems. Joint helps to promote joint health, especially in the knees. Kalasvara promotes inner calm and stillness and promotes positive character traits. Shivalinga stops listlessness, depression and fatigue and promotes positive energy. Jnana Mudra and Chin Mudra connect the individual with the deity and increase wisdom. These infographics show all the different mudras. Click the images for size. Spiritual mudras, Buddhist and Hindu, Anjali, used for inner peace and calmness. Aids in meditation and prayer. Dhyani helps with contemplation and brings new insight and information to mind. Mudra of the inner self opens the heart chakra and connects you with the divine. Lotus opens the heart chakra, promotes love, brings blessings. Varada helps with self-forgiveness and brings blessings. Bhumasparsha grounds you and promotes oneness and enlightenment. Dharma chakra represents the cycle of life, death and rebirth and inspires you to contribute to society. Vajrapradama gives you faith in yourself and promotes self-confidence. Dhyana promotes enlightenment. Naga promotes wisdom and shrewdness and helps with everyday problems. Pushpaputa helps with openness and acceptance. Helps us to both give to the universe and to receive. Abhaya Mudra helps you overcome fear and brings protection. Hatha Yoga Mudras list Shambhavi eyebrow gazing. S reduces stress. Activates third eye. Promotes insight. Butchri promotes memory and concentration. Calms the mind. Agochari stimulates root chakra. Promotes concentration. Calms nervous system. Akashi balances brain hemispheres. Produces calm. Creates inner balance. Bhujingani aids to digestion and relieves stomach complaints and gas. Kaki improves mouth, gums and digestive tract. Boosts sense of taste. Yoni closes off external sources to create a supreme relaxation. Shanti stimulates root chakra to provide more energy to the body. Mahamudra helps with many physical pains and diseases. Conclusion: I hope you have found this guide to mudras helpful. It is my aim in this guide to provide the science, art, and realities of mudras and to show you how you can use mudras in your own life. It is my passion and purpose to bring spirituality and meditation to 1 million people. If I have helped you, please will you leave a comment. That will let me know that I am moving in the right direction. Share this.